I'm Natalie. Welcome back to my channel for the Keep Going follow-ups part 2. You probably just watched the first one, or if not, you can go click and check it now. If not, well, no hard feelings. But at the same time, if you want to click onto something, you can click onto the subscribe button and onto the bell as well, so you're gonna be notified every time for this second part of the Keep Following. The next one, and hopefully it's gonna happen in a few minutes, will be Gemini, the Illuminae File 2 by J. Christoph and Amy Kaufman. I'm laughing because I wanted to say Sarah Pinborough. I have decided to do that distraction. Now, it is to pick up 3 of my best books of 2019, try to combine the 3 stories and make it one. This is the list of the books, and so I have decided to start with the number 16, the day of my soon-to-be birthday. So yes, I'm gonna do 16 way up and down, and at the 16th time I'm gonna stop, and hopefully my finger gonna point onto a book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. The second and the third installment of the Blackthorn Keys by Kevin Sands. Something with the plague. Such a terrible job. And the third one is the assassination. No, the assassin. The assassin curse. I'm not drunk. Like, I haven't drank anything in a month. Maybe that's why. I should go back and drink something. Anyway, this is a series that I love so much. Middle grade, young adults. It takes place in 1660 something England, so the 17th century. It is so exciting and thrilling, tons of adventures. I'm gonna count as one book, obviously. So the second one book, I'm gonna take the date or the number of 4, which is the month of my birthday. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like that one. It's gonna be a thriller, A Kind Worth Killing by Peter Swanson. I am part of the one who freaking love that book and who completely rooted for the main character. I think it's Lily, I forgot her name. And oh man, yeah, it was so good. So this is 1, and the third will be the combination of my year. The final number is 2. 1, 2. Book Scavenger, the first in the trilogy of Book Scavenger, the best 3 of my best one of 2019. A Kind Worth Killing by Peter Swanson, a thriller. We have then Book Scavenger by Jennifer Chambliss Bertram, and this is a middle grade adventure scavenging books nowadays happening. And the third one is the Blackthorn Keys series, well, 2 and 3 installments by Kevin Sands. My challenge is to combine the 3 and coming up with one story. Obviously, I haven't prepared it. The story takes place in London nowadays. We have, I should have checked the name of the guy from The Kind Worth Killing. Anyway, the man, the main character, is in London for a convention. I'm gonna give him the name of Boot. It's just because I see a pair of boots in front of me. So, Boots is the name of the guy in England for convention. During his free time, in the second day, it is bright and sunny in London, which happens. I can testify. He is checking the stores and what could be interesting to buy for his wife back home in, I think it's in Boston. So while he is walking around, he stopped in front of an old store, a shop more likely, an old bookstore, and the fact that his wife has something about old books. So he decided to get inside the store and to have a look around. I think it's a manager. I don't remember if that day it was an employee or not. I think it's the manager of the shop who's just coming and asking, like mainly in all of the different stores, if Boot needs some help, if he's searching for something in particular or not, because there are so much books inside, but he doesn't have really any idea what he can buy. She likes anything surrounding the period of time of the 17th century. Since she is a scientist, she really enjoys something concerning the apothecaries of that time and how it was. So, but he said that probably there's nothing existing, or if it might be really too expensive, so I'm not sure that he can afford the book. So I said, no problem. So the manager kind of have an idea and going in the back of the store, and he's coming back, and very delicately he's holding a book. Delicately, because it is really old. Some pages are detached from the binding. There's nothing written onto the cover. This is something very special. This is the journal of a young apotheker, a young apotheker living in England, London, during the 1660 time, and so Buddha is asking, okay, what is special about that man? So he said, well, special first because he was a young boy. He was just 13 years old when he started to tell in this, it's not a diary, it's more a notebook from what happened in his life, but concerning that his professional domain. And so yeah, he's telling inside that notebook everything concerning the plague that headed many times London, well, not only London, but headed London, and what's the kind of remedy that has been found to cure everyone. And he's talking at the same time about an assassination of the sister of the King of England, which happened in France. But he's listening, even if he's not passionate about history and that kind of stuff. Well, doesn't change the fact that it is kind of heated up on him. Curiosity of, it sounds too good to be true. This is something fictional, this isn't real, right? And the manager is answering him that, no, it is true. That young man, first name Christopher, really existed. And that's why it is so precious at the same time, not only because the book is very old, but because everything is inside is very true. But buy the books. It is expensive, but not as expensive as his car in the States. So he buys the books and he bring it in his pockets of pocket or a bag. I think it was a bag that he was carrying. So he put it inside and he keeps walking in the middle of the streets of London. And when he is hungry at some point, he decides to buy something to eat on the go and enjoy the weather. Unexpectedly, he's gonna see on the corner of his right eyes right eye two kids, probably around 13 or 14 years old, kind of hesitantly coming to him, and they are carrying apparently, well, he thinks that this is a map or a piece of paper, or it's hard to tell at the distance where they are standing. And at some point they are coming to him. They are introducing themselves as Emily and James, and they are telling him that they are tourists for 2 weeks here in London, coming with their parents. So they are just turning around and show the direction where their parents, or where this actually is the parents of Emily, just trying to reassuring Booth that this is not something, I don't know, a bad joke or anything. And they are telling him that they are coming from the States, so, you know, it's the kind of, oh, you're coming from the States? Me too. I'm coming from Boston. Where are you coming from? San Francisco. No way. Emily and James are saying that they are actually trying to find a specific book. So he said that, yeah, but why are you asking me? Go into a library or a book shop. And they're saying that actually they went to the same shop. There is a clue hidden inside the book, and they need that. So he doesn't understand, especially since it's a precious old book. There's no way that they are telling the truth, blah, blah, blah. They are telling him, explaining that they are participating at the book scavenger. It exists throughout the world. The creator of the game, Chris Wald, in San Francisco, is organizing that throughout the world. So they are showing him the map that they get. So it's with specific coordinates of the place of the book, and they have decrypted a clue which will help them to find another clue to decrypt and to keep going into their hunts into their hunt for a specific book. And so he's asking, okay, but what is the final book that you need to find? Do you even have an idea? And so Emily is saying that it is a rare edition of a Jane Austen novel. This is more for the thrill of scavenging books and the excitement of decoding stuff and blah blah blah. So they are trying to explain how the game works. At some point he's gonna get a phone call, and so he's checking, and when he recognized the name of Lily written onto the screen, his face kind of changes. He's not comfortable anyway. He has to take that call, and so the kids are waiting at some point, even at the side where he was standing, and they still haven't had the chance to look through the book, but they are waiting, and hopefully that the boot are gonna let them check. So Buddy's gonna go a few feet away to take the call of Lily, And when he picked up the phone, she is telling him right away, so when are you coming back in Boston? Because you asked me to prepare everything you need for your wife. I'm not gonna do it for you if you're not back in Boston tomorrow. You are on your own, and I'm not gonna help you anymore. I don't give a shit about your wife, that she is cheating on you and that you want to get your revenge on her. Obviously, he is not happy about the situation. And I think I'm gonna stop here. Not only I finished Gemini, second installment into Illuminae Files by Jamie Kaufman and Amy Kaufman and Jay Christoph. I was hesitating because once again I wanted to say Sarah Pinborough. 5 stars. So this time delivered the excitement, the acceleration, the thrill, from the first page to the last. And I have to say that when you finish the last page, you immediately want to grab Obsidio, which is the last of this trilogy. In some future, the illegal mining colony of Carenza has been attacked by a company, Biotech. They killed pretty much everyone, destroyed everything, because they wanted to have the mining for themselves. Sadly for Biotech, some survivors had managed to escape in 2 different ships, the Alexander and the science vessel, the Apathia. Some stuff happened in the first one, blah 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 blah, because I'm not here to tell you about the first one. And it was mentioned in the first one, the space station or the point station, Heimdall. They are, Apathia is trying to reach that viewpoint, waypoint, jump point. I'm gonna get it. That jump point of Heimdall with Gemini, the second installment. We are slightly, or maybe a few weeks after the events of what happened at the end of the first one, Illuminae Files. But we are this time staying at the joint. I'm gonna have a hard time with it. At Heimdall. Let's just put it that way. We stay the whole time at Heimdall, and we are having a look at what's going on. We are following mainly 2.5 characters. One, Anna. I am terrible with names. I said it many times. One is Anna. She is the daughter of the commander of the station. And the second one is Nicholas. He is part of a gang group inside the station. And the third one is Jackson. He's working at the control center of the station. Pretty much 3/4 of the crew from the station has left because it's a holiday time for a week anyway. So they left wherever, probably with their family. So there is just a third probably who stayed at the station. There's the Kennedy fleet, drones fleet from Biotech, coming their way in order to destroy Apathia and Heimdall at the same time, because Biotech still have a problem at putting their pants on and being overly and openly responsible. We are mainly following Hannah and Nicholas. I am fully, plenty over the top satisfied with the development of the 2 main characters. Caddy in the first one, you can feel that it could have been kind of a badass character, but I didn't feel any sense of connection. I disliked a little bit those two characters. But Anna, oh wow, she is freaking badass, and I loved it. So good at kicking ass and at risking her life for whoever she can save, at not accepting what is happening. It's definitely gonna be part of the best ones for 2020, that's for sure. But kind of the sadness at the same time is now I have fracking high expectations for the last one. I understand that you have to lower your expectations. We don't have any Phobos virus here. Yes, thank you very much, but it's just a personal thing. We have something else, but very in the background. Who hasn't watched Alien? I was really hooked every pages because it was so gripping and so thrilling, suspenseful. You want to know, man, what's going to happen next? And oh wow, this one and that one, and oh yes, it feels a bit ridiculous when said that way, and especially when you cannot really develop, but you have to take my word for it that it's so worth it. Gemini, yeah, that's a delighted smile on my face. Please don't forget to subscribe, so you're definitely gonna see the rest of the videos and other different videos already existing, available, or that will come soon. In the meantime, I'm go back reading and doing some editing, and I will see you soon.